Hello friends, Pastor Kelly here with you with the year-ending edition of Sound Bytes. I've been a little bit erratic with our Sound Bytes for the last month since really Thanksgiving, but I plan right after the first to get back 2-3 times a week. We've been talking about the GraceFull Life, 4-minute little mini devotionals. Chip Ingram said recently in one of his messages that grace is the most important word in the entire Bible as it separates us from all other world religions. I thought that was very great, a good, insightful statement. I had a conversation years ago downtown St. Petersburg here where I was just doing some street witnessing, and I was talking to a man who turned out to be a Muslim. He was a little anxious with me. I could tell he was probably a conservative Muslim. He wasn't a secular Muslim, and he told me, kept saying, I shouldn't even be talking to you. I shouldn't even be talking to you. And he was getting a little agitated with me. And so I wasn't looking I was just trying to give him the gospel. And so after a little bit of conversation with him, I said this. I said, so let me just sum up our conversation. You believe in a God that no matter how hard you work, you're still not sure you're going to be accepted by Him when you die. And I believe that we are saved by grace, that God just without any merit of our own, saves us because we reach out to Him and we grasp His invitation of salvation through the cross. And that's really the summation of both of our philosophies and our religions. And he said, correct. He agreed with me. He believed in a God that didn't necessarily believe in him. and salvation was absolutely not secure. It was absolutely not something that was he could guarantee, no matter how hard he worked, how godly he tried to be. He had no promise that God would ever accept him for all eternity. So that's why grace is so important. It's the only word that separates Christianity from all other world religions. Now, with that said, the next few little devotionals, we wanted to just answer the question. So we might not understand grace if, it's like almost like a Jeff Foxworthy approach to grace. We might not understand grace if, number one, we might not understand grace if we work harder after we fail so I can feel better about myself for at least a while till I fail again. See, that's one of the first things we do. I know I do it. If I fail in some area of my life, I decide I want to really buckle down and hunker down and grit it out, and I'm going to get myself right back with God again. I'm going to be reading my Bible more, maybe praying more, maybe going to more church and going to a Bible study, whatever it is. And because that's going to make God feel much better about me if I'm doing these things instead of just failing. So the mistake is that's just not grace. That's sort of like how the Muslim believes. I have to work harder, try harder, dig in deeper. Grace just loves us in our weakness. Grace doesn't want us to fail. Grace gives us the ability not to fail and imparts to us the strength to say no to sin and get victory over sin. But our sin never separates us from God. Because Jesus Christ took our sin on the cross and bore it himself. So now we stand, Romans 5, 1 and 2, we stand in grace, and that's the beauty of the gospel. And more about this in 2021. Bless you all.